Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
How are we doing this morning? Good? All right. I like it. Want to start a little different. Do a reading to begin, and then we'll do our opening song, Hine Matov. So let's start on page 8. And I'd like to invite anyone who's feeling a bit of gratitude this morning to read with me. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created, and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us, and to bring that vision to life. And we turn to page 172 to sing together Ma Tovu. We turn to page 195, and we rise physically, spiritually, or both for the Baruch Hu.
La 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 la.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uvarei choshech, osei shalom uvarei et hakol, hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha barachamim, uvutuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma rabu ma'asecha, Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita mala ha'aretz kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al me'orei or she'asita yefa'arucha sela. Or chadash al Tzion ta'ir, v'nizkeh chulanu mehera le'oro. We read together on the top of 196. The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcomed than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai, yotzer hameorot. We turn to page 200 for the calling of the Shema. Be seated.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart, shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Page 203. Let's read the English at the bottom of the page together. Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, a song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. We turn to page 204 to sing the song our ancestors sang as they crossed the Sea of Reeds. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osef ele, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. And we rise physically, spiritually, or both on page 205 for the tefillah.
Adonai sevatai tiftachu fi tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu v'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo V'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah. We read together at the bottom of 207. You are the open door that beckons me in. Peeking around the doorframe, I begin to enter into your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold, that I might abide with you. In the house of the Eternal, I found my questions waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder. Sit with me, eternal teacher. Encourage my seeking. As I fill my hours with your mitzvot, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשממרו, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני מקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישביענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. מלכים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated.
למעשה בראשית שבת, למעשה בראשית שבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, בקורא עונג שבת, ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי 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 שבת, בקורא עונג שבת.
I love that part. I love that part. And we turn to page 216 for our blessing for shalom. We read together at the bottom of the page. O God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let the nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by your Spirit that life prevails. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamavarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova וחסד, חן וחסד ורחמים. חן וחסד, חן וחסד ורחמים, ורחמים. שים שלום.
We take a moment for a silent prayer, a meditation, or just a nice moment to enjoy some quiet in the holy space we've created here this morning. We all need healing at different points in our lives, healing of body, of spirit, of mind. At this point in our service, we take a moment to name those in our lives that are in need of healing. And as we think of them and say their names in our hearts, we turn to page 253 to sing together the Mishaberach, our prayer for healing. Find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings comfort and healing to those in need of it. And we say together, Amen. We now turn back to page 244, and we rise physically, spiritually, or both for Seder Kriyat HaTorah, our Torah service.
Adonai, ve'en kema
people's life, from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Our God is one, Adonai is great, holy is God's name.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lecha Adonai Hagidula V'Hagibura V'Hativeret V'Hanetzach V'Hod Ki chol v'shamayim u'aretz Ki chol v'shamayim u'aretz Lecha Adonai hamamlacha V'hamitnaseh lechol erosh.
You may be seated. All right, our Torah reading this morning will come from the very beginning of our Parashat Hukat. So my Johanna's favorite part, the red cow, the cow. We'll talk about the cow. It'll be fun. Maybe we'll see. So my favorite part of the Torah service is the chaos, and since we're not doing a rotating door of Aliyot, I like to have us do the Torah blessing together. So on page 250, we have the blessing before the Torah reading. I'll count down from 3. You all will do the individual part. I'll be the congregation. We'll flip it up. It'll be fun. It'll be chaos. I love it. Blessing before, I'll read, translate, talk at you about a cow, and then we'll do the blessing after. That's it. Easy morning, right? All right, let's see how it goes. Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
V'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe ve'el Aharon lemor. Zot chukat haTorah asher tziva Adonai lemor. Daber b'nei Yisrael vayikru elecha paradoma temima asher ein pamum asher lo ala aleha od. Unatan atem ota el Elazar hakohen vehotzi ota el michutz lamachane v'shachat ota lefanav. So, then God spoke with Moses, spoke with Vaydaber, like it's connecting, right? So, then Adonai spoke with or to Moses and to Aaron, saying, this is the instruction of Torah, right? Or I guess we could do like the statute of the Torah, right? So we have HaTorah in there, which is teaching or instruction, but it uses Torah specifically. I don't think there's any accidents in the Torah. Which commanded Adonai, saying, speak to the children of Israel. You shall take before you a red cow, right? Heifer is a strong word, right? The red cow that is pure, without on it any blemish, which there has not been laid a yoke upon it. And you shall give it to Eleazar the priest, and you shall take it out from the camp, and it shall be slaughtered in front of him. Nice ending, right? No, not really, not really. So this is weird. It's a weird start to a Torah portion, right? We begin, even the chanting's weird. It's the same, it mirrors the beginning of Korach. Vayikach Korach, Vaydaber Adonai, El Moshe vel Aharon. Because usually we have this sort of Vaydaber Adonai, El Moshe lemor. Right? It kind of flows. It's nice. We hear that like hundreds of times in the Torah, probably. I don't know. Johanna, have you counted that?
I don't know.
Sweet. All right, thanks. I didn't mean to make more work for you. I'm sorry. No, but so usually it is very, like, there's sort of a cadence, a rhythm to it. And this one, it's choppy, it's interrupted. Vaydaber Adonai, El Moshe vel Aharon lemor. Right? And then we get the instruction of the statute of the teaching about this red cow. So it begins weird. We have this red cow that's pure, right? It's something that is never really attainable. We talked this morning a little bit in our Torah study about how cows are all over, right? They're all over at this point in time. So this is a particular cow. We don't have any data on like red cows specifically, but the Torah does this weird thing where it says it has to be a pure cow on which no yoke has been laid, right? If it's an older cow, you would think at some point at least it would have done some work or had something happen to it. So it's a very pure cow. And then something else weird happens. God is speaking to Moses and to Aaron, and then it says, take this cow to Eleazar the priest. Who's Eleazar?
Son.
Yeah, son of Aaron, right? So it's weird. Why not take it to Aaron? If Aaron's the high priest, you would think, okay, yeah, you go and you do the sacrifice with Aaron. But we have Eleazar instead. So we have this whole weird setup. And then we get the death of Miriam. And as tradition has it, the well that accompanied the children of Israel around their travels dries up because of her death. And then the people go and complain to Moses and to Aaron. And God instructs them, okay, take the staff, go and speak to this rock, you'll get water, it'll be great. Moses goes, and he's upset, right? He's grief-stricken, he just lost his sister. He's angry with the people that have continued to complain. This is the second generation of people that have continued to complain to him. So he gets angry, he hits the rock twice, water comes out, and then we get this sort of harsh punishment, right? Both Moses and Aaron aren't allowed to enter the promised land because of this incident. So Moses' story begins with water, he's drawn out of the water, and it ends with water because he's not allowed to enter the promised land because of this incident. So it's a weird Torah portion, right? And it's sort of mirroring Korach with the really looking at some of the chanting symbols, right? Brought me back to Korach. And the parallels are really interesting between the two. We have Korach leading a rebellion against Moses and Aaron, and it's this very odd sort of, Korach says that all of the people are holy, so like, why are you to raise yourself above? So we have a rebellion there, and we have a rebellion in this week's Torah portion. And the rebellions aren't necessarily, the things that go wrong aren't really that extreme, right? Like Korach has a point, but the earth swallows the entire congregation of Korach up. And then in our Torah portion this week, Moses doesn't necessarily disobey God, right? He's still speaking, he speaks to the people instead of the rock, and he hits the rock, sure, but earlier in Exodus, he was commanded to hit the rock, right? So we have two rock-water stories. So the weird nature of both of these Torah portions and the reminder of tzitzit, sort of bridging these stories and connecting them to the earlier part of the narrative, sometimes we need reminders to forgive ourselves, right? So the tradition says that Moses wasn't allowed to enter the promised land because he never forgave himself for not listening to God, right? Which is a fine interpretation, but there's something really beautiful that does happen, right? Sure, he doesn't get to enter the promised land. Does anyone know what happens to Moses at the very end of his life? I mean, he dies, but spoiler, sorry. He goes, he goes up the mountain, he gets to look, and he dies al pi Adonai, which literally means like by the mouth of God, right? Usually it's translated as the command of God, but literally by the mouth. And so the Hebrew is pointing at a level of deep intimacy between God and between Moses. So while Moses didn't necessarily forgive himself, God invited him to begin that process of forgiveness. And there's still a little rebellion left in Moses. When he's ordaining Joshua, he's commanded to put one hand on, but he does two. And that sort of mirrors the hitting of the rock twice, but this growth within him. So this Shabbat, I want to invite each of us to sort of take the leap into forgiveness, right? The people and Moses and Aaron, they're all acting out of fear because they don't know where water's going to come from. They are fed up with everything, right? Sometimes when we're angry or we're grief-stricken, we don't necessarily make the best choices, but those don't define us, right? So this Shabbat, I want to invite us all to let go of the fear and welcome in forgiveness and love in all of our actions. Shabbat Shalom. Blessing is on the bottom of 250. I'm going to count down. You don't get my help this time.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu torat emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten Torah.
Amen. And we rise physically, spiritually, or both for Hagbah.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe Bnei Yisrael, v'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe livnei Bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe, v'yad Moshe. Al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe, v'yad Moshe. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe livnei Bnei Yisrael. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe livnei Bnei Yisrael.
Let us praise the name of Adonai, for God's name alone is exalted. We turn to page 256.
It's Hayim Hilazik Simcha V'tomeh HaMeushal Dracheha Darfenoam V'chol Netivoteha Shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva. Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu, Chadesh Yameinu kekedem.
And we turn to page 283 to read the English in the middle of the page together. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
V'anachu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
You may be seated. Page 287. We read together at the top of the page. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
Bayom hahu yehi Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Page 290. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. This morning in our community we are remembering Yonatan Zabrowski, Anna Luz Gonzalez, Ida Gaddy, Virginia Graves, Jack R. Greenspan, Mark Kranz, Barbara Barbie Myers, Menachem Bloom, Paula Erdely, Mildred Goodman, Rita Stein, Gloria Kirsch, Bruce Kranz, Esther Mayerson, Rhoda Schwartz, Florence Goodfriend, Doris Myers, Helen Siegel, Herbert Jenkins, Thelma Kahn, Carl Merlinblum, Esther Graver, Isaac Maya, Robert Pell, Maxine Hillman Augenblick, Jerome Markovitz, Regina Markovitz, Alan Markovitz, Bob Berman, and in recent days, Rosa Charnaya. We think of our loved ones, those whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. We rise according to your custom on page 294 to read together the words of Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mefarach le'elam ulamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shmei d'kudisha barechu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom mimramav Uyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories forever be a blessing. You may be seated. Closing song?
Oh, say shalom.
Oh, say shalom. Let's go.
Oh, say shalom, bin Roma, Uyaseh shalom.
Shalom, Aleinu.
Shabbat, I invite us all to let go of the things we need to let go of and create space to welcome in the things we need to. Shabbat Shalom.